Hi there, students. A precedent. Okay, a precedent is an action, a situation, or a decision that's happened before. So if a situation has never happened before, then it could be unprecedented. But a precedent is a situation or a decision that's already been made. And you can use this as a good reason why a similar decision or a similar action should be repeated again. This is what happened last time, so let's do the same again. What happened last time is a precedent. For example, my son said, "Can I stay out until 2 o'clock in the morning, Dad?" And I thought about it and I said, no, you can stay out until 1. But as this was new, this set a precedent, which meant that he could probably ask to stay out until 1 again. So a precedent is a decision or an action or a situation that happens, which indicates, it guides you about what should happen next time this happens. So I think many countries feel that the legalization of some drugs could set a precedent or a dangerous precedent for the legalization of other drugs. There are several precedents for allowing students to enter the university without qualifications. This has happened before, so there has been a precedent. This has happened. The precedent is the way something has been done in the past, and that shows it's the correct way to do it. So a precedent is something perhaps that's always happened like this, and you wouldn't want to break the precedent. In law, precedents are very important. A legal precedent is a decision made in a certain case that means it's very likely that in any other similar case there will be the same decision. So the judge's decision has set a precedent. I'm not going to give in to your demands because then it sets a precedent. The judge's decision set a legal precedent. This is the reaction of one country sets a precedent for the reaction of other countries in the same situation. So it's a previous action, a previous situation that you use to make a decision in a current situation which is the same as the old one. So if the situation has changed a lot, then the past is not a precedent for the present. However, if things haven't changed, then the past is a very good precedent for the present. Okay, so a precedent, something that is used as an example when dealing with subsequent and similar situations. Or a convention, a custom, something that is happens with long practice. So, for example, at British weddings, what is it? Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, and these are the 4 things that a bride has to have. And if you're going to have a wedding, you wouldn't want to break with precedent. You wouldn't want to break the precedent. Okay, so the precedent is something from the past which can be an example for the present. So the court's judgment on pension rights has set a precedent, to establish a precedent. I was determined to break from precedent, from custom. There was no precedent for me to act like this, no example, no model, no paradigm, no no time that this has happened before. So if there's a precedent for an action or an event, it's happened before, and like that you can use this as an argument to say, well, this is what should happen again. If something's never happened before, then you're in new water. But if there are lots of precedents, if this has happened on previous occasions, then you know the best way to deal with it. So precedent, something that has come before, and it's an example to guide you in similar circumstances. It's like a model, if you like. Let's see, this comes from French, and I guess ultimately from Latin. Precedens, before, and so to precede, to literally to come before. Precedo, this cedo, to go, so to go before. So formality, a precedent. I think I'm going to give it 6 in formality, using a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, or something very formal. So, precedent.